We live in a world where we often equate security with the numbers in our bank accounts, the bills in our wallets. We work hard, save diligently, believing our future is anchored to these tangible representations of wealth. But what if I told you that this very foundation, this bedrock of financial stability, is far more fragile than we dare to imagine? What if I told you that throughout history, entire nations have watched their money become utterly worthless, not over centuries, but in mere months, sometimes even weeks? This isn't some distant dystopian fiction. It's a recurring nightmare that has haunted civilizations across continents and eras. Think of Germany in 1923, where wheelbarrows of marks were needed to buy a single loaf of bread. Recall Zimbabwe in the early 2000s, when people carried bags of trillion-dollar notes only to find them worthless by the afternoon. Consider the unfathomable hyperinflation in post-war Hungary in 1946, or the recent struggles in Venezuela, and the chaos of Yugoslavia in the 1990s. These are not isolated anomalies. They are stark, chilling reminders of a destructive force known as hyperinflation. The common thread weaving through these tragedies is always the same: a government facing an overwhelming crisis, war, insurmountable debt, or profound societal upheaval chooses the path of least resistance. They fire up the printing presses, creating an endless supply of new currency, believing they can spend their way out of trouble. In the short term, it might seem like a viable solution, but inevitably, confidence in that currency erodes. People realize that tomorrow, their money will buy even less than it does today. This isn't just an economic statistic. It's a profound betrayal of trust. This loss of faith isn't just about numbers. It's about the very fabric of society unraveling. Wealth accumulated over lifetimes vanishes in the blink of an eye. Savings become dust. The purchasing power of a lifetime of work evaporates. As prices spiral out of control, daily life becomes a desperate scramble for survival, not prosperity. Governments crumble, and the fertile ground for chaos and extremist movements is laid wide open. Hyperinflation doesn't just destroy money, it destroys hope, stability, and the social contract itself. It teaches us a brutal, unforgettable lesson about the true nature of value, a lesson we ignore at our peril. For the specter of hyperinflation, though rooted deep in history, casts a long, dark shadow over our present world, demanding our urgent attention and understanding. What if we are seeing the early flickers of that shadow today?